What's going on, everybody? I'm back with another video, and I have with me three of the most strangest conspiracy theory stories that you can ever imagine. And coming in, the number one is the Dancing Plague of 1518. Long before music festivals, dancing fever took hold of people. The story of the Dancing Plague sounds like something straight out of fiction. On a summer's day in the town of Strasbourg during the year 1518, a woman began dancing wildly in the streets. The day turned into night and the night turned into morning, and this woman was still dancing. Within a week, 34 others had joined her, dancing as though they were possessed without stop for no apparent reason. And within a month, the number of dancers had increased and reached to 400. Religious sermons were called to address the issue, and physicians were called in to document the event and try to find a solution. And all the while, the dancing worsened. Now, many became ill or died as a result of exhaustion, strokes, or heart attacks. The authorities eventually decided that the only way the dancers will recover is if they danced it out of their systems. Guild halls and a grain market were open to the dancers, and a wooden stage was even constructed for them. Musicians were even brought in to keep those affected moving. Now, numerous theories have been proposed for the cause of the bizarre event, including poisoning, epilepsy, typhus, mass psychogenic illness, and even secretly coordinated religious rituals. But to this day, we still have no answer for this truly unbelievable historical event. And that does sound like one of the weirdest, strange events I ever heard of before. Wow. Now, coming in at number two is the time hypothesis theory. Now, this is a weird one because the theory claims it's actually the year 1720 because the early Middle Ages were faked. Why? Because according to the phantom time hypothesis, Charlemagne never existed, along with 297 years that was just made up. Because according to German historian Herbert Illing, the year is actually 1720, and the Gregorian calendar is a lie, and a chunk of the Middle Ages was completely made up. No, this man is not crazy, at least not officially, and he actually claims to have archaeological evidence to support his cause. Well, to support his case. In 1991, Illing proposed his theory called the phantom time hypothesis. He claims there was a conspiracy entered into back in 1000 AD to change the dating system by three rulers. Illing claims that Pope Sylvester II, Holy Roman Emperor Otto III, and Byzantine Emperor Constantine VII all got together and changed the calendar to make it seem as if Otto had begun his reign in the millennial year of 1000 AD rather than 996. The reason being that 1000 sounded a lot more meaningful than 996, considering AD stands for Anno Domini, or the year of the Lord. You know, there's all kind of theories and hypotheses out there. Moving on to the next mysterious story. And coming in at number three is the mysterious Benjamin Kyle. Back in 2004, a man that was soon to adopt the name Benjamin Kyle woke up outside of a Burger King in Georgia without any clothes, any ID, or any memories. He was diagnosed with retrograde amnesia, unable to remember who he was, and with no identification, unable to find out. Now, if this was like any other story about amnesia, it would have probably resolved itself soon afterwards. But the trouble was, authorities couldn't identify him either. Local and state police failed to discover him in any known records, despite an exhaustive search. And then in 2007, the FBI became involved, but were also unable to identify him, making him the only U.S. citizen in history listed as a missing person, despite his whereabouts being known. One particular unfortunate side effect of not having your own identity is that without a social security number, he is unable to obtain full-time employment, and without memory of any past skills or discipline, the problem is amplified. Now, after a student documentary was created about Benjamin, news media picked up the story, which attracted the attention of local business owners, and one of the owners offered him a job washing dishes, a job he still has today. But his true identity and past remains a mystery to this day, and he never could be figured out. So could he possibly slip through time, or some kind of way walked into a wormhole or a portal or anything? Because The FBI, you know, they have all kind of technology, and these guys still couldn't find out what he was. Fingerprints, identification. They thought he had retrograde amnesia, but they said that comes and leaves just as fast as it, you know, and they still couldn't find out who he was. So that does it for my 3 mysterious conspiracy theory stories. And I was your host, Priceless Raw, with another video. Thank you for tuning in, and be sure to watch for future videos and future updates. Until next time, everybody, peace, and continue to have a good one. Later.